Yeah. Yeah, it should be high. I mean, we have everything's in front of us. Tonight's an important game. Like, we gotta win games at this point, and tonight matters.
Book has talked about as far as the turnovers are concerned. Sometimes the spacing isn't where it needs to be out of that.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you guys need to improve in that respect?
I think with turnovers, you got to take care of the ball, make the right play. You know, if they load up on you, get off it. You know, you just got to take care of it. I mean, it's not, again, I don't know. Sometimes it's one or two guys having a lot, but then sometimes everybody has one or two, and then it's by committee we're turning it over too much. So, you know, the staff has been on us to win the possession game, and you know, to us that's turnovers, that's rebounding, all those things.
How much have you seen since the trade, having Levine on the Kings and also paired up again with DeMar?
I'll be honest, I haven't watched those guys a whole lot. Like, we tend to watch the teams we're about to play, and we haven't played them since. So we saw a little film this morning. We'll see some more tonight. But Levine, he's an explosive scorer. He can get hot. Like, we got to guard him.
Mason, what's the key for you guys? I mean, you'll start games strong, and then second quarter, third quarter, sometimes there'll be a dip, and then fourth quarter, you guys are kind of
some
trying to
lulls
dig
in there.
yourself out of that hole. What's the key to putting together a full 40?
Just knowing that, like, you know, if you make a run, it's not over. And then, you know, I do think we believe if we get down, it's not over. We've had some games where we come back from deficits, but, you know, I think that's just having a maturity about your competition, like knowing that the game's never out of hand, and being able to, you know, take advantage when you do get up 10 or 12.
You put up numbers before the last game. Do you feel like it's enabled you to do that, and just maybe talk about the trust the coach has in you to have you playing the second half and later games?
Yeah, well, I think the numbers going up is a willingness for, you know, guys finding the role. You know, I think it's been there, but recently there's some good passing to the role, and then you know, I think that you know, we've had to be solid down the stretch, and you know, I think, you know, I'm pretty consistent in what I bring, so that's been there. But, you know, it's got to be more, whether it's me, the next guy, us collectively, like it's got to be more to win these games because we haven't been closing.
One thing I was going to ask you was Cody being questionable. You played with him in Charlotte. What could he bring if he's able to play?
Cody's a smart player. He's a really good on-ball defender. You know, he scores it well from his position. Like, you know, he's not. You know, we know the guys that are going to dribble a lot and have the ball for it, but like I feel like when I played with Cody in Charlotte, he was efficient in limited touches, where a lot of guys mentally they can't get there. They'll say, I only got 4 shots tonight. Like, you know, so Cody, he's a really mentally tough player, and you know, I don't know. Again, I don't know like injury status and all that, but when he is healthy, that's what he brings.
To your point about them finding you in the role a little bit more, it feels like we've talked about, you know, the balance between finishing and passing out. It feels like you had a good balance in that recently.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's this for a player like myself. This is a team you always want to play on. They double Kevin. I don't think there's been a team that hasn't double Kevin. So, you know, to me, it's not. It's math on the backside. You got 4 people versus 3 people, and it's a situation you want to be in. So, you know, I think we got to take advantage of that. Whether it's I'm getting guys diving to the rim or hitting threes, but we should get good shots every time when you have a player like him.
I know Kevin has been encouraging you, but your other teammates have been encouraging you when you get it to just be confident and do what you do around.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that's fine, but you know, just make decisions. Like, if a guy's open, hit him. If you're open, go score. Thanks, guys.
How y'all doing? Good. How about y'all?
What were you able to do with the G League team as far as practicing and trying to get up?
Yeah, just getting up and down, just trying to put myself in some game situations, higher intensity workouts. They did a good job getting me prepared and just put me in situations that I feel like are going to be able to simulate the game as much as possible. And they're very detailed, so I appreciate that.
Give us a couple examples of game situations, whether it's offensively or defensively.
Yeah, I mean, it's workouts and being in game situations are a little bit different. You can kind of simulate that as much as you can, but even then, the game is totally different. So just trying to put yourself in higher intensity situations, coming down and ball screens, guarding the ball, getting around screens, just taking contact, and whether it's in the post or trying to stay in front of the ball or going up to block a shot, whatever the case is. So you can try to simulate that through workouts as much as you want, but the game is a lot different. So.
Are you looking to try to play tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to play every night, to be honest with you, but I just got to be ready and be myself. So the staff and my team is doing a great job of making sure I'm prepared and doing everything. So we're just trying to, do everything we can to make sure I feel like myself and I'm prepared, and I'm just going to stay the course. So.
Body-wise, you're good, then you feel.
Yeah, for the most part, I don't think anybody in the gym is 100%, so it's tough to say that, but and we're all dealing with something, but the biggest thing is trying to get as close as you can to like you feel like who you are, and ultimately be able to impact the game and be impactful while you're out there and doing everything you can to help contribute to win. So.
The reason I asked is because Coach was saying that once you get healthy, it's about trying to figure out to get you in the rotation.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a challenge considering how late it is in the season?
I'm the player, I'm coming to do my job and making sure I stay prepared, and I'm going to come here to work, and they make the decisions. I'm just going to show up, be myself, and do it when it is time to play, and I get my opportunity to go in there and be myself and do everything I can to help win.
How frustrating is it when you get traded to a new situation and you have to wait as long as you've had to wait to kind of finally get out on the floor?
Yeah, I think it's just frustrating in general sitting out. I love to play and I love to compete, and it's tough just being out in general, whether it's 1 week, 3-4 weeks, whatever the case is. And I pride myself on competing and wanting to play and things like that too. So it's frustrating in general to be out, whether whether you get traded or not. So it's frustrating in general being out. So all I can do is control what I can and work and put myself in a position to be prepared when I come back.
We've talked a lot about your game, having to sit back and watch the Suns play for the last couple of weeks. Where have you seen, I can help here?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in general, me as a player and a person, I feel like I can contribute everywhere. I think on both ends of the floor, I think we could play, even playing faster, and then I feel like I have the IQ to play in the half court too, and we have a lot of skilled guys, and sometimes we have different play styles based on who's on the floor, and I feel like I've always been like that throughout my career, and whether it was in the NBA or in college, whatever, I pride myself on being able to adjust to whatever the situation is, and although everything's not always perfect, you figure out how to adjust, and that's what I feel like I pride myself on, is being able to fit in pretty much any situation, and I feel like I make guys better, including myself, and just try to bring the best out of my team and everyone else individually. So.
One of the things. Go ahead, man.
With that adjusting, what's the key for you, kind of learning to gel quickly, fit in with the team?
Yeah, just learning people's styles, and it's different. Like, you can sit there and watch all the film and do your homework, but it is different when you get on the floor, and things like spacing, things like timing, where you get your shots, how you get your shots, defense, and then, like I said, learning people's game. Just as much as you scout other teams, you almost do that to your own team and figure out where you fit in and figure out how you fit in. So just getting acclimated to the system and to everybody on the team, and just figuring out where you fit in.
One of your strong points that we talked about a lot is on-ball defense, perimeter. So how do you feel that is translated in practice over the past month since you've been here?
Yeah, I think we're really working on that, and I think a big part of that is communication. I think we have all the intangibles and things we need to be a good defensive team. I think a lot of that is just communication and digging a little bit more in on that side of the floor and just figuring out what we're good at, because even defensively there's teams that are good at different things, and it's about being in the right spots at the right time, and at the end of the day it's collective, so we all got to be in the right spots at the right time for that to work. So I pride myself on defense, and I really love to play defense, but it's collective and it's a team effort, so that involves everybody, whether you're on the ball or off the ball, to be in the right spots at the right time.
When you first got traded here, do you recall that game against ASU? You played in Nevada with your brother. I think it was 2019.
Oh yeah.
You and him basically were the top tandem and went off and beat ASU.
I think that's when Lou Dort was on that team, right?
Yeah.
He's really good too. Really good team, but
2019,
yeah. Man, that feels like forever ago, but nah, I actually do remember that. It seems like it's a blur, but I remember games like that, and I feel like I remember the most random facts. So it's funny you bring that up.
You seeing him kind of grow, especially when he has been given a starting role?
Man, he just works. Ever since I've been in Charlotte, ever since I met him, he works, and I've always had the utmost respect for him because a lot of the times I've seen him work was during COVID, and he didn't really get the most opportunity, but every time he got one, he took advantage of it. I mean, he was working out like he was playing the next day. Like, you know, I love to see him work, and he's been like that ever since I met him, so it's no surprise to see him elevate his game when he got here, when he got the opportunity, and every opportunity he's got, he's taking advantage of. So, and he deserves every opportunity he's gotten. So, I'm looking forward to see him continue to grow as a player and as a person. It's funny to see when he first got in, he had his dreads and he all playing. You know what I'm saying? It's just different now. Like seeing him grow like that too, and but it's awesome to see him.